go here a few minutes after. I'm Thomas. I'm one of the members of the board of directors of Minnesota Youth Ski League, and my particular pleasure, amongst the lots of pleasures I have of being on the board, is coaches training. Amy and I devised the current app that hopefully you all use or at least have looked at. So, you know, if you want to like throw anything at me, now's your chance. This is terrible. But we put a lot of time into this because we have 4,000 skiers on snow every weekend in NYSL and 1,500 coaches and volunteers in general. And we want things to be so easy that everybody can do it. Right? You're not like, oh, I don't know how to ski, I don't know how to coach, I don't know what to do. No, that's no excuse. we want to make it really, really easy. And you know, everybody learns differently. Some people learn very well watching videos, and some people learn reading, and other people want to get out and do it. I don't have much patience for sitting and watching videos. I like to go out and try things. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to work at, I hope this is what you're expecting, we're going to work at coaching fundamentals, fun things to do, games and exercises and so forth that we can do every day, because our philosophy is all based on play. When Ann Rickens started NYSL, she really used as her inspiration a book that's long out of print but easily available called Ski Games by a brilliant woman from Massachusetts. And it's about how to teach things without somebody realizing they're being taught things, right? Just basically having fun. And that's really always our goal, that we have fun, right? Safety, fun learning. Every kid's safe, they're protected, they're warm, they're hydrated, they're valued, they have fun, they want to come back next Sunday, they want to bring their friends, and they learn something, and they will. So one of the things I want you to know is that whenever you're teaching, give yourself a break. Give yourself some grace, because just about whatever you do with kids while they're moving, they're learning something. And we don't have to be really, really overthinking this. It can be really, really simple, like we maybe think it's kind of silly as adults, but find a hill and say, all right, go up the hill and go down the hill. And kids will figure out how to get up a hill. You know, they'll figure out how to duck walk, how to herringbone. They'll figure out how to sidestep, especially if you've introduced a little bit of it before. You know, kids love going up and down a hill. So, and you may think like, oh, I'm not really doing anything, I'm just standing here. It's okay. You know, unstructured or semi-structured play is good for kids. It's good for everybody, right? It's good for us. Maybe that's why you're here today, is for a little semi-structured play. But be kind to yourself about what you can do and what you don't feel necessarily capable of doing. Conversely, the curriculum app is easily alterable. So if you have a great idea, and believe me, I've never had an original idea in my life. I've stolen some great stuff from great people. Let us know, and we can work it into the curriculum. You know, some game that we've not thought of that really works well for you. Share it. It's not fair to keep it to yourself, because that's how we built NYSL is from the experience of all folks just like you. So first of all, I want to say thanks, because we don't. I mean, Simon and Amy and we can't do this. This doesn't happen. And this is Simon, by the way. Simon's one of our staff members. But it's all of you that make it happen. You're the ones who made, people like you made Elena Sonneson and Jessie Diggins. I don't know if you watched the World Cup races today, but they both were racing in the 10K women's freestyle. It's pretty cool. You got a pile of Beanie Babies, and you got a pail or a hoop like to throw them in, and you ski a course, and you come back and you get to toss 4 Beanie Babies. You need a bunch of helpers to kind of shag everything back. And if you miss, you got to do a little penalty loop, for every one you miss. So just like a real biathlon, only you're using Beanie Babies and a hoop or a hula hoop or a pail or a garbage can or something like that. Really fun thing to do. I love Beanie. I actually got to do a biathlon a couple of weeks ago. And that was like, I thought, Beanie Baby biathlons are a lot easier. So that's a fun, just upping that game a little bit, right? Everybody warm enough? Except Simon? Yes. Yeah, there you go. Those are really, really simple things that can keep everybody moving almost endlessly. Really, 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 really fun. Realize that whenever you change the terrain, you change the nature of the task or the game. So what you might, like I said, you might try picking up the Beanie Baby and putting it down with little kids on the flat, right? So you can see them doing this. Older kids going down a hill might be really, really hard. Stop, wedge stop, pick up the Beanie Baby, set it down, and then go again. So going up and down hills really changes everything. And don't be afraid to use the same game just in a different spot. It makes everything. In Canada, when they do professional ski instructor certification, they give exactly the same exam to everybody, whether it's level 1, 2, 3, or 4. They just change the terrain. Otherwise, it's the same test. They just make candidates do it on more challenging terrain. So we can do the same thing with kids. And going up the hill with the Beanie Baby, remember our banana gorilla? Being able to sidestep up a little slope is really good, right? We're teaching that edging movement, right? You can't go up a hill if your skis are not edged. Now, this is the sort of thing that's running in the background of your mind. It's always on your screen, but you're not telling kids this, right? If you can't teach them, trick them. They're learning all kinds of things, and we laid that out pretty clearly in the curriculum app. What this works on and what you're looking for that kids can do or not do. Be really careful that when you're reading the app, be careful and keep in mind, be careful that kids of different ages can do different things, and it's not the same things that adults can do. So a 5-year-old is not going to move the same way that a guy your size is, right? And you really don't want to ask kids to do that. What's one of the biggest differences between really young kids and adults, or even teenagers, physiologically? Anybody know? It's a really, really big thing. Well, that's true enough. That's true enough. You're on the right track. Kids are top heavy. Yeah, center of gravity. Younger kids have a much higher proportion of their total body mass in their head, right? Their heads are bigger in proportion to the rest of their body than teenagers or adults are, right? So they're top heavy. And that going up and down, picking up the Beanie Baby can be fairly challenging for a 5-year-old or a 4-year-old. Also, though, they can turn their upper body and make their skis turn going down the hill. They can do a wedge and do this, or their skis turn, where we can't. So, just be prepared that you don't want to make a kid do something that they're physiologically just not able to do at all. Does that make sense? Yeah. We didn't make this up. Polling is kind of where everybody gets boogered up. Right, in level 1 and level 2, we largely don't use poles. And we do that for a couple of reasons. One, we kind of view all ski lessons as adaptive. And we'll get every year a call or two from parents say, I have a child who doesn't have the use of her left arm. Can she still ski an NYSL club? And the answer is what? Yeah, absolutely. Right? No, we don't use poles. Doesn't make any difference. You know, yeah, come out and ski, right? But that ability to coordinate the arm and the leg movement is something that comes with age, really. So you don't, you'll see 4 or 5-year-olds, they're doing this all the time, right? That's perfectly age appropriate for them. But if we want to get glide, we want to be able to use our arms for momentum, right? So everybody do this with me. Just bounce up and down. Let your arms swing gently. And now let them swing more so the hand is brought opposite your shoulder. And I'll do this sometimes. I'll put my hand here. It's like hit the bottom of my hand with your hand. So we get the height right. It's worthwhile spending a fair amount of time with this, right? And we're looking for movement in the shoulder, not in the elbow. Sarah? Sarah. All right, everybody look at Sarah. May I use you as a, all right, say, why don't you stick this arm straight out. Straight out. Just. I'm gonna push on Sarah's arm and she's gonna resist my push. Pretty hard to do, isn't it? Now, put a 45-degree bend in your elbow and now resist my push. See how strong she is there? I mean, I really would have to really push hard to knock her over, right? So that keeping of your elbows bent is what gives you power, what gives anybody a connection between their pole and their body. Because your arms are really only useful to the extent that they connect your pole to your body. So a little bit of elbow bend and bringing my hands up no higher than my shoulder, like this. And spend a bunch of time with this, looking at the shoulder movement. So this is like what we don't want, right? There's really no effective movement here. And then pay attention to whether they're twisting their body. So, look at your friend across the circle and keep the zipper of your jacket facing right toward them. And look, you stopped twisting. Yeah, I did. Yeah, right? I mean, she was doing this a little bit. That's great. All right, so arms can add a lot of momentum to your skiing, right? So when 5-year-olds or 5.5-year-olds move from this to actually being able to glide, it's largely because of their arm swing. So let's ski up the track here and swing your arms really, really hard. No, back up. I want to do something different. Who remembers playing Rock'em Sock'em Robots when you were a kid? All right, hold your arms like this. As you move forward, I want you to sock a lot. And a lot of what we do in NYSL is working at effective body positioning. Now, you're not going to tell any kid, we're going to work on effective body positioning today because they'll eat you alive, right? But that's kind of the basis of everything. After that comes fundamental movements. And then it's timing. And after that, it's speed. And the speed is the very top of the pyramid because everything else has to be there in order to get speed. And what we're trying to do is achieve continuous forward motion, right? This is not skiing. It's moving, but it's not skiing, right? So really, really important things to do to get everybody warmed up is just goofy, wacky stuff. Who here plays, get a circle. This is not a circle. This is like a comma or something. Who here plays hokey pokey with the kids when they're getting warmed up? Yeah. All right, come on, lead us. Let's. Yeah. Right foot in. You put your right foot out. You put your right foot in and you shake them all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. And that's what it's all about. Yeah. All right, we'll stipulate to that. All right, so, but hokey pokey's a great thing. Every kid likes to skate, to sing, and make wacky movements. And you're teaching all kinds of stuff when you're doing the hokey pokey, right? You're getting used to standing on one ski. You're getting used to moving. You're changing your body position. All those things. You're learning how to turn around, right? Those are all great things to do. And the crazier you can make it, some clubs use like wacky hats and costumes and stuff like that. Doesn't make any difference, but every kid likes it. It's particularly important with little ones. That's what you're teaching. So a good thing to do while everybody's waiting, right? Well, we're missing 3 kids yet. We're gonna stay warm. Let's move. Find a partner. You can be my partner. A little bit of alphabet soup. I want you with your partner, with your skis, to make a letter capital T. Now make a capital L. Ooh, that's kind of a backward L, isn't it? Now make a K. So I'll be the top of the K. I'll be the big line. Oh, that's very good. There you go. Yeah. Now make a capital M. Oh, that's a W. There you go. Here, put our heels together. There you go. There you go. Now make a capital W. How about an O? How about a capital G? Let's see. How can we do this? Should I? Yeah, I don't know.
Every year.
Yeah, I know. All right. I want you to write your name with your skis. Right? Okay. Yeah, I know it's kind of goofy, but look, you're all smiling, and you're doing things with your skis, right? Anything you do with movement is great for your skis. What are the 3 things that you can make a ski do? There's only 3 things you can make a ski do. You can tip it. You can tip it with a tip down. You can tip it with a tail down, right? You can edge it, right? You can go big toe, little toe side, and you can steer it. You can rotate it. And that's all. That's all you can do. And that little game gets at all of that, right? You can just have people stand. All right, now, especially with little kids, right? Let's pretend we're a flamingo. All right? And let's be a raccoon. Going up and down is a really good thing. Have any of you ever played the game Samurai Swordsman? All right, we're gonna do that. We're gonna play Samurai Swordsman. This is so fun. All right, so you get everybody in a circle. Helps if you don't have your poles, but I don't think you're gonna kill each other with your poles. All right, so one person in the middle is the samurai swords. Right. The samurai warriors got their katana. When the samurai takes their katana and goes up, you got to duck to keep from getting your head cut off. And if the samurai sweeps their katana down, you got to jump to keep from getting your ankles cut off, right? All right. At the end, when the person is tired or whenever you say, the samurai swordsman can pick one person and stab them through the heart, and they got to fall down, sit down, and get back up. And then they get to be the samurai swordsman. All right, so you ready to play? All right. So and it helps if you have like lots of sound effects too, like. Samurai swordsman is really fun. Making big leaps. You know, little kids can maybe hop a little bit and squat, but older kids can really, really hop and really, really squat. That vertical motion is really, really important, right? For a little bit older kids, everybody, if you can, in the space you've got, you can pick up your poles if you need to. I want you to hop and make a circle with 6 hops. That's enough. You get the idea. Beanie Babies are like the best ski teaching tool ever not devised. Right? We just fell into it. Let's see here. Everybody, let's take our poles off and put them over there by my multicolored backpack. Let's see, how many folks do we have here? So what I like about Beanie Babies is that they're great things to use, but you don't have to carry a backpack full of them. First meeting day, put a pile of Beanie Babies out, let every kid choose their Beanie Baby, and then, you know, when you go out, when you're doing your program, everybody put your Beanie Baby inside your jacket, keep it warm, right? And they like to see, so it's got to make their head. They like to see where they're going, right? So now the Beanie Baby's safe, and now you don't have to haul all this stuff around when you're going out for an outing. But you've got all kinds of great props, and then you just call them back. Okay, everybody put your Beanie Baby in a pile, or take out your Beanie Baby, you're gonna do this. They don't blow away in the wind like cones do, or little discs. They're easy to see. You know, if you fall on them, you don't get hurt. I mean, there's all kinds of great things to do. All right, so hands down. All right, and if you vary the size of the circle, you know, go smaller, smaller, bigger, bigger. Follow somebody. You know, make the slowest, smallest skier the leader. Right? But what are you learning when you're doing that? What are you learning? Well, you're learning how to rotate the ski, right? You're learning how to edge it. When you're skating, that's like great for, you know, working at coming around corners on a skate turn, or accelerating in a skate turn, right? And then the natural extension of that as a game is to you know, play a game of ultimate frisbee. Maybe start out with one ski on. Right? Let's do some figures of 8. Follow me. Great thing to do with Beanie Babies. Remember our samurai swordsman getting up, getting down? To go down a hill, you got to pick up the Beanie Baby, transfer it to your other hand, and then drop it on the snow. All right. I don't know if we got enough of a hill here to do this maybe more than once. Let's see what we got here. See? Pick the darn thing up. Pick it up, set it down. Go ahead. Nice. All right, next person. Pick it up with your left hand, set it down with your right. Nice speed control. There you go. Beautiful.